Very good morning once again to our viewers. Naledi, this particular forum is the first one on the African continent. It's day 2 now. We're in the exhibition center and we took a bit of a walk around earlier. We will do it again in a later crossing just to show you the different science touch points and stakeholders that are taking part in this particular gathering. Another very important aspect of science is the inclusion of young people in this conversation, and would like to bring in now Lihle Thabiso. Lihle is a student, a BSc student for environmental and water science at the University of the Western Cape. Lihle, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Just in terms of the conversations that young people are having about inclusion in science and consideration of youthful ideas in this space, are you satisfied with that?
When you look at the research, we have more older people, more than the youth, and youth is the present and the future, and we need to invest more on youth to do their research, to get more localized data and research, not just when it comes to speaking climate change about science. We need more localized data, more localized information, not just research about other countries, but also about South Africa, about Western Cape, also about marginalized communities, data that we can relate to as the youth of South Africa. And I believe that the youth has the potential to do and to perform those research. And yeah, we should be empowered more, and we can be empowered more when more is invested to us as the youth, and stakeholders believe us more that we have the potential to do those researches.
And you're not just talking about localized data, you're walking the talk. Tell us about the amazing work that you do where you come from.
So I am a run leader for Urban Better. We run to advocate for clean air. While we're running, we collect data on air pollution. So it shows us the location and the time. So when we're running at that time, how was the air quality in that area? And you could see how the health risk that will affect you, how will it affect you? And so is it safe to run at that time? And you see that by looking at your app. So we're collecting data and we design advocacy campaigns to raise awareness on air pollution and health and climate change, on how air pollution is affecting our health the same way that is affecting our environment.
Lihle, you have an interesting backstory about how you got involved in this project, just in terms of where you come from, juxtaposing that to where you live as a student. Tell us about it.
So most of the time I spend at Res, so it's really different from where I'm coming from. I'm coming from Khayelitsha, a marginalized community. The air that we breathe there is different, the environment is different. So when I go to Khayelitsha, there are car emissions, there are landfills, there are a lot of wood burning. So I always wondered about the quality of air that we are breathing and how that is affecting our lungs. So hence when I saw this campaign, I need to join because I need to find out more, and because I was really concerned about the air quality that we're breathing in Khayelitsha. And I also learned more about it. It doesn't only affect our lungs, but also you can get heart attacks. There is a particular particle, when it enters your neuron, it can cause stroke. So I didn't know that, and also it also affects the development of young children.
Yeah.
And so that is the conversation that we need to hear more of.
So how are you using all of this data that you're collecting to benefit the community of Khayelitsha?
So I involve youth more in my runs, and so and share this information with them so they can go back home to their families, to neighbors, to keep the conversation going and tell them how.
And what kind of support are you getting from government?
For now, we had a run with the mayor of Cape Town, and he promised that in a way to try and contribute to clean air, they're going to produce more electric cars around the city, and we're breathing the same air, so air quality doesn't have borders. And yeah, he promised us to do that for now, to and also introduce solar energy, so to use the sun instead of using coal, and also that it reduce air pollution.
It's really exciting to see young people actually being involved in trying to find the solutions as we look for evidence-based solutions for environmental challenges. Lihle, the SABC, a student, a BSc student for environmental and water science at the University of Cape Town. You're watching The Agenda. Let's take a break and then it's back to Johannesburg.